This is an updated version of the Timbuk2 Wingman travel duffel. I just got back from a 2-week combination cold warm weather trip, and this pack worked out great for me with a few minor criticisms. Before I start, I want to point out that there's another bag that's also called the Timbuk2 Wingman travel duffel. The version I have here has so many different features that it's really a different pack as opposed to just an updated design. But I'll put a link in the description to the other version, which is still available on Amazon if you want to check it out. I chose this pack primarily because I wanted something with a large volume that also had a separate waterproof shoe compartment while also being carry-on compliant. The Wingman duffel is 37-liter pack. The listed dimensions are 22.5 by 12.5 by 8. I found the length to be accurate. The width can be more like 13.5 when it's fully packed, and the depth somewhere between 8 and 9. Which means this pack will fit into the overhead as a carry-on, but it's too big to be a personal item. I'm a little disappointed that Timbuk2 doesn't provide more details on the materials used in their packs, but we can make some guesses based on other packs with similar fabrics. The material in the top and bottom of the Wingman is a polyurethane coated TPU fabric that's very similar to the Chrome Machetto 2.0, probably somewhere around at 400 to 500 denier. Well, the main body is a medium denier nylon, similar to this North Face bag, probably around 300 to 400. The zippers are all YKK number 8 locking on the main compartment, with all of the rest being number 5s. They did a good job choosing high quality zippers, but I think they could have gone a little larger. Number 10 would be better. These 8s aren't quite as smooth and they can get stuck, especially in the main compartment when you're going around all these corners. The buckles are also a lower grade Wuxian plastic and they're a little bit on the smaller side. The only issue I had with these buckles was the G clips on the shoulder straps, which can unintentionally pop open. Despite the exterior looking relatively streamlined, this pack actually has quite a few pockets. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets on the main compartment. There's a top slash pocket, as well as this large bottom shoe compartment. Starting with this slim pocket on the front, goes the full length of the lid, but it's relatively slender, too small for a water bottle, but it does have this nice little mesh pocket in here, which is perfect for a cell phone. This other pocket on the lid is quite a bit larger, goes almost the full width and length of the lid, and it does have a padded top and bottom, making it good to protect electronics. The water bottle pocket is discreetly hidden on the back of the pack. It's fairly large, but like the other pockets, it doesn't have its own volume. This is the interior of the water bottle pocket inside the main compartment. It is large enough, can easily hold a 1-liter Nalgene, but you can see anything you put in here is going to take up space in the main compartment. I would recommend putting your water bottle in here first before packing the bag, because once this thing is fully packed, it's difficult to get the water bottle in there. The laptop compartment is on the back of the bag between the main compartment and the backpack straps, side access zipper with a number 5 non-locking YKK. This thing has decent padding, foam on the back as well as this side, and about a 4-inch bottom, keeping it well away from the bottom of the bag. This is a 15-inch dowel, and this thing can hold up to a 17-inch. The last feature is this small top slash pocket that also doesn't have its own volume. Not super large, but a good place for miscellaneous electronics or sunglasses. The last feature is this shoe compartment located on the bottom of the bag. The zipper goes almost all the way around, making it almost a full flap opening. This compartment has the TPU coating around the outside as well as lining the entire interior, making it very, very water resistant. However, these seams aren't sealed, and it does have a few small holes down here in the corner where the fabric meets, so it's not completely waterproof. This pocket is fairly large. It can easily hold a set of running shoes. You can put them in there like that or like that. Fits either way. These, for example, are going to take up pretty much the entire volume Slimmer set of shoes like these, you could almost fit 2 pairs of these in there. One cool thing about this pocket is that this liner on the inside goes into the shoe compartment, meaning if you're not using it, you're not going to lose any volume in the main compartment. But if you do use this pocket, this flap is going to fold onto the inside, giving you all this volume. I found this pocket to be really useful because on my trip, I was switching back and forth between snow and sand, sandals and running shoes, and this pocket able to keep your wet, sandy gear away from the rest of your clothes so it doesn't get wet or dirty. And if your shoes aren't too big, there's plenty of room in this pocket for other gear you want to keep separate, like wet towels. The interior of the Wingman is a large duffel style compartment with a side opening lid that also has a large mesh fabric pocket. Inside this thing is this mesh compression panel in here, which I didn't really find very helpful. Packing the compartment is relatively straightforward. I use a medium isolate cube for my larger pants, shorts, long sleeve shirts. Fits easily in there sideways. For my socks and underwear, t-shirts fit in this small cube. And then the rest of the gear I just kind of Tetris in there. Toiletry kit, day pack. I brought a snorkeling set, so mask wrapped up in a small beach towel, as well as a puffy jacket and the snorkel. This lid is huge. I fit a lot of stuff in here. It's great because it's mesh. You can easily see what's in here when you have the main compartment open. And then to show you the mesh panel that's supposed to compress your gear down. It works fine when you don't have a lot of stuff in here, but not so great when the bag is fully packed. There's 3 plastic clips that attach to this fabric loop that runs on the bottom of the bag. And in theory, this is a good system. However, it is just kind of awkward to try to reach behind your gear and find those clips. So again, I didn't really find this useful. I would have taken this thing off if it wasn't sewn into the pack on this side, but I might end up cutting it off later. The carry system on the Wingman has 4 handles, a stowable backpack strap, as well as a hip belt. There's 2 side handles. They're a non-padded, this folded nylon webbing attached with a daisy chain loop. There's 2 on the sides, 1 on the top, and another bonus one here on the front if you're inclined to carry the bag that way. Shoulder straps about 2.5 inches wide, pretty firm. They're a little bit on the thin side, but they have this nice adjustable sternum strap here that you can unclip and alternate between these fabric loops. The straps are stowable. You can detach them from the bottom and then stick them inside this zippered pocket. And as I mentioned earlier, my one issue with these straps is the buckles that connect with this spring-loaded G-clip. They're really easy to attach and detach, even one-handed, which is convenient, but they also have a tendency to accidentally pop open. The hip belts, however, are great. Larger buckle, it has decent padding that can slide around on the straps. And like the shoulder straps, these things can also stow away in these pockets if you don't want to use them. This is the bag fully packed on me. Most of the time when I carry a larger bag like this, I tend to not carry it around all day. I'll take a portable day pack with me and then switch my stuff out when I go out for the day. Fully packed, I had this thing at almost 25 pounds, which I think these backpack straps are a little thin for. I didn't end up using them very often, but I do appreciate that this pack has these nice padded hip belts that you can stow away when you're not using them. However, I wish there was a way to lock the padding in place because it does tend to slide around. And one weird anomaly on this bag is that when these hip straps are stowed away, the bottom of this pack tends to kind of poke out into your back, which is quite a bit more pronounced when the bag isn't full. My pros in this bag are just the large, easy to pack main duffel style compartment and the separate, virtually waterproof shoe compartment. And I like that the backpack straps and the hip belts can be stowed away. However, I do wish these shoulder straps were a little bit more padded. One issue I had with the exterior pockets is just the locations of them. There's 4, 2 on the front here, 2 over on the side. I kept on forgetting which pocket was for what, and which stuff I had in which location, and I had to double check that I had all of them closed. The zippers could also be better, a little larger ones on the main compartment. These 5s are a little small. They tend to get kind of snagged, especially when you're going around these corners. And then this interior mesh compartment is really just not very well designed. I hope you enjoyed this review on the Timbuk2 Wingman travel duffel. I'm going to do a separate packing demo video trip review on my snow to sand trip over the holiday break here. Hope you stick around for that. And again, thanks for watching.